moving on, we have another speaker who will give a presentation titled Creative Hacks for Digital Marketing Success. Please welcome to the stage Vivek Thomas, Managing Director and also Karissa Adhyaningrum Digital Marketing Unit. Please give a round of applause.
Everybody.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, so I'll just introduce myself. My name is Vivek, and I'm the managing director at iSensum. We are a performance digital marketing agency based here in Jakarta.
Hi, and I'm Karissa. I'm from Uniqlo, and I handle digital marketing, so from social media to our digital ads. Yeah, that's what I'm in charge of.
Okay, so today we have a interesting session. I hope you all find it interesting because we will share with you some tips which I hope that you can take it if you're running your own digital campaigns, right? So let me allow myself to entertain you for the next 30 minutes or so. Hopefully you'll find it useful and you can use it for your own campaigns. So let's go first, right? Now, today we are in a world where all of us, so many of us are still on our phones, right? We need to understand what is it that will actually hold our attention, right? When you go through and scroll through TikTok, do you know what you do? You either use your index finger or your thumb, right? You're just zooming up and down. Do you know the person in TikTok told me that we scroll the height of the Eiffel Tower every day? Did you know that? That's the amount of scrolling that actually we do on a daily basis. So it is very important for us to understand why is it that some content goes viral? What are those factors that can make you hold your attention? And in the end, I also want to share with you some AI tips and tricks. Okay, the two of us will aim to do that today. Okay, so I'll start. We're going to do a tag team presentation today. So I will tell you all the theory and Karissa will tell you the cool stuff, the case studies, okay? So let's go forward. Now, the first part of our presentation is about grabbing and holding your attention, okay? So I want to share with you the first part. Now, if you go to listen to anybody in Google or Facebook, I don't know how many of you all were there in yesterday's seminar at Meta, they'll all say that the first 3 seconds in an ad is the most important. It's very, very important to hold the attention in the first 3 seconds. But today, I would like to share with you that that's no longer the case. What is actually the case is that the first 1 second is the most important. And I would like to introduce you to the human thumb, right? You know the human thumb? This is thumbs, right? Do you know what makes us as humans very unique with this thumb, right? Because we can grab things. But what we can also do is, sorry for taking your phone, hold this better, right? And back, yeah? Right? So when we have this opposing thumb, the amazing ability of ourselves to hold, you see, you can touch every digit of yours with this because that's what we're doing. We're scrolling. So I would like to introduce you to 3 new age metrics, which I want to share with you. What are these 3 new age metrics and what is it to do with my thumb, right? So I'll just share that with you. So if you look at this, the 3 new age metrics that I would like to share with you are 3 things, right? Things that you will not see on your Facebook Business Manager, things that you will not see in your Google Analytics Manager. But here are 3 ratios that I would urge you to calculate for your brands. The first is what is known as thumbnail retention. The first picture, or the first thing that you see when you're on TikTok or on Instagram, the first thing, right? That holds. Yeah, you see that. And then if that has arrested your attention in about 200 milliseconds, you know what you will do? Your thumb will move and stop, right? And just think for yourself when you actually do this, yeah? When you're actually going through TikTok, zooming up and down Eiffel Tower, and then you stop, right? That is called the thumb stop ratio. So it's a simple calculation. Take your 3-second view, which you can get on Instagram, yeah? On your Facebook Business Manager, divided by the impressions that you get. It is a percentage, and that's called the thumb stop view. Thumb stop, right? So that ensures that you have actually held the attention of the customer. You have held the attention of the customer, and when you hold the attention of the customer, guess what happens? Your message passes through, right? Your message passes through. So as brands, we think that, oh, let's spend a lot of money on reach and impressions. But if your message doesn't go through, guess what you're doing? You're just making Zuckerberg a very rich man, right, Pamul? Right? Or the guys in Google. Good for your share price, bad for you, right? Now, the last one is what is known as the hold rate. And the hold rate, the calculation for hold rate is simple. You take your through plays. That means how many people have watched your entire video. Typically, for a fashion brand or the brands which are in advertising, not in B2B, it's about 15 seconds. Don't make an ad, especially on social media, beyond 15 seconds. Somebody who's watched the entire video of yours or your entire content, divided that by the impressions. That's called the hold rate, and that tells you a lot. Okay? So here are 3 things that I would urge you to do. You can actually do the calculations yourself. There are on Facebook, you can get this done. Let me move forward, right? Now, I want to share the next part, which is, what do you think? Many people ask us this question, what is the secret of going viral, right? So what happens is that we tend to copy trends, right? So we'll say that, oh, KOL ini bagus, dia mereka bikin seperti ini, I want to copy. It is very easy for us to follow trends. But let me tell you, I got this from a guy called Brendan Kane. He analyzed 1.5 million social media content, and he came up with this result, which I want to share with you. So what he says is the most important thing in something to go viral are the 3 F's. The first F is feeling, or feeling is emotion. What is the kind of emotion that you can convey through that ad of yours or your communication? Feelings, right? Because what we generally do with our ads is that we just want to sell. Or the last one, action. Everybody wants, hey, I've got this, I've got rewards, I've got that, right? But if you don't connect emotively with your customer, nobody's going to buy you. The first one, feelings. The next thing is you communicate the facts about your product. Like for instance, in the Uniqlo's case, you would talk about tech like airism. You know, these are product features. Airism, heat tech, these kind of things are the facts about your products. And the last one, the third important one, which constitutes 75% of this, is fun. Today, content, you would have realized yourself, is that content that you generally tend to stop is something which will make you smile. Something which is lucu, right? Which is funny, right? So that is important. The fun aspect of what you can communicate through a communication is also very important. And that then your ad actually, have you noticed what do you watch on TikTok? It is lucu, right? Or it's funny, right? So if you do not follow the same kind of trend, then guess what happens? Zoom, gone. Your ad is gone, swiped up, right? Okay. And the other 3 are values, imagination, and action. Action is your call to action, which you might put shop now, etc. Right? So that's the thing. Now, I will now pass it over to Karissa, and Karissa is going to take you through an example with a Uniqlo ad.
Thanks, Vivek. So maybe we can just go forward. So here I want to show one of our ads from last year. This is our Arigato Indonesia campaign. So this is the video that we created. I think we're going to repeat it one more time, right? So that you can rewatch. Also, there's a cameo of me as well. Yep, because from all of us, usually we have, at the end of the year, we usually have Arigato Indonesia campaign, where we thank our Uniqlo customers for, having Uniqlo being part of their lives. So that is basically the message of our Arigato campaign. And that is what is embedded in our ads as well as the campaign overall for this video. So here you can see a few things. Oh, okay, thank you. These are broken down. So here we've done a quick analysis, utilizing the different factors that factors that contribute to going viral, or in this case, not going viral, but making people stop and watch. So here we've broken down a few things in terms of feelings, facts, fun, values, imagination, and also action. So feelings, we've done it utilizing thank you, saying thank you to our customers, and also in the way of utilizing our staff. So there's a human presence as well, which is kind of unique for a Uniqlo ad. So that we've touched point on the feelings. In terms of facts, here we do have facts, not really more into facts, more towards our testimony. So the values of our products and the value of our customer, because we listen to our customers, we showcase the different testimonial of our customers. Always my first choice, always. So that's what we wanted to showcase. So our appreciation for our customers, our appreciation for the testimonies of our customers as well. And then finally, action, get special deals, which is not the first thing that is shown in the ad, but we must have our CTA, of course, but that is, of course, not the only thing that will contribute to someone watching until the end. I've also analyzed from our social media organically as well. This content performed really, really well, which I think also, in terms of these factors, also contributed to our performance, because we have many campaigns. We have holiday campaigns, we have Ramadan campaigns, we have Arigato campaigns, but Arigato specifically resonated really well with our customers because of what? Feelings. So yeah, so here you can see that the total sessions is actually 99K, which is very high, especially for, this is Meta specific only. We've also run these ads on other channels as well, such as Google, I think OTT, other things as well. Yeah, so here you can see that the thumbnail retention is 100%. Oh my God, really? So like people watch it the first second. And then thumb stopping the first 3 seconds. People have watched 83 or 93? 93%. And then also the hold ratio, so through plays. People watch it until the end, and this is a 15-second ad on Meta, which is very rare for us as well, to retain a 15-second ad on Meta. So yeah, and the CTR also above the benchmark. So yeah, performed really well. And I think I have another example here. I'll just show it again. So this is when we celebrated our 1-year anniversary of Uniqlo.com. So our first year of our e-commerce launch. We celebrated it through promotions. So having promotions, also like new launches, new collaborations, and then also showing like the different benefits that our app has versus if you buy it in store. So here you can see that the total is actually 65%. It's much lower than the one before, because why? We didn't touch the feeling. It didn't have a lot of feel. It didn't have a message that resonated with our customers specifically. But we did have facts, talking about the benefits, the promotions. In terms of fun, yeah, we're celebrating 1 year of Uniqlo.com. But it wasn't funny or like it wasn't entertaining. So it was just like one part, which is, celebrating. And also utilization of, I think, KOLs really helped as well to retain. And in terms of action, it was very, very much action-oriented. Everything was action-oriented in terms of free this, get this. Everything's like, during the celebration, you can get A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But these are all very much action-oriented and more towards beneficial promotions. And here you can see that the total sessions, 17K. It's very, very different. We did gain thumbnail retention, so it's quite okay. But the thumb stop ratio was very, very low. So they watched the first second, but the third second, they didn't. So I think moving forward, we also need to optimize. How do we optimize our ads? Especially with Uniqlo, we run very short campaigns, actually, especially during, promotional ads. So how do we ensure that we can optimize our ads? So 3 seconds, okay, what can we improve? So hold ratio is very low, and the CTR is still very low. Even though we had a lot of action factors in the video. So I think this is a good analysis of, it's not just about going viral, but how do we make creatives that make people stay and watch, which is, the whole point of us creating ads and also creating creatives, right? We need to solve that problem. So yeah, thank you so much for these factors.
Okay, so I'll move forward. So one of the things that I think the team at Uniqlo as well, and these are factors that we have shared. The moment you know these factors, then what we urge people to do, and this is like, one of the things I think I wanted to add was that those numbers, you don't really need to do a quant analysis. You can do it qualitatively. You can put your numbers yourself. So the creative team are the ones who actually put those numbers. So, but the point is that you touch on those 6 factors, and there is a learn factor right now. So I think the latest campaign, which is going to come out, the flannel campaign, I think has a lot of emotive elements to it. And hopefully, we should see a better hold rate, yeah, Karissa, hopefully going forward. Now, I've come to the last, the part of the presentation, which is basically introducing you to something called as, how many of y'all know what Mid-Journey is? Can you raise your hand? Of course, Pamul. I knew that. Okay, good, bet. Yeah, so you know what is, okay, now for the people who don't know about Mid-Journey, let me ask you a question. Can you identify the celebrities in this photo? A prize for the, the MS Glow vouchers for the people who will who can identify. Can you identify? Can anybody identify who these celebrities are? There are 2 of them. Can you identify them? Anybody? Take a guess. No? They're not your friends. You don't watch them on social media. Right? You've skipped through them onto TikTok. Okay, well, I'm not surprised, because if you told me that you knew these people, they actually don't exist. These people are ghosts. They are imaginary people created by a software called Mid-Journey. Right? Mid-Journey has created these people, and they look really real, right? Would you think that a computer program has created these images, right? You will be stunned. This is passes the Turing test, right, Pamul? Right? The Turing test is if a human can be fooled by a message coming from a computer, it has passed the Turing test. Okay? Now, what is therefore Mid-Journey? Mid-Journey is a prompt-based image generator. You can ask it certain prompts. Just how many of you all know ChatGPT? I'm sure many more hands will go up, right? Yeah, of course. It's a savior in life today, right? Correct my English. Make me a presentation, right? Write me a joke, right? So, AI-driven image generators, this is Mid-Journey. Those images that you saw were created by some prompts. So I wanted to, so why is monetizing advertising very important? Because for most brands, all of y'all, it is expensive to do photo shoots, right? You spend a lot of money. So what if you could actually do a few photo shoots, but then ask the software to make them turn to the left, turn to the right, turn to the top, whatever, etc., and the software could do it for you. So I'm going to share with you, and that's how you can actually extend your dollar by using powerful softwares like Mid-Journey, right? So this is just to share with you. Now, I'm going to share with you an example, and so you can learn it, and I'll tell you what are the elements of what it is. Okay, so here is a photorealistic prompt. So here's the prompt. There's a lot of words there, right? Oh my God, wait, don't take the photo as yet. I'll tell you what to take. So if you take these photos, this is a long sentence. You might be like, oh my God, Vivek, how am I supposed to memorize this? You don't need to, right? What are the elements inside a mid-journey prompt? These are the elements which are inside a mid-journey prompt. The first is you need to write a subject. An ultra-realistic photograph of a young Indonesian woman wearing a blue rayon blouse, right? That's the subject. Then you set the style and mood, which is that she's leaning over a coffee table. Set it, right? She's leaning over this coffee table, and then she's looking not at the camera, but in a very relaxed manner. Now, this takes a bit of practice here, guys, but you can get it, right? So this has taken our teams a lot of time. And then comes the set and details, the camera and aperture. Camera is the Nikon, which we have used here, right? I mean, we have not used it, but the software knows to use a Nikon, right? And including the aperture. And finally, it's the light and composition. And let me show you what that prompt, when you put into Midjourney, will generate. That. Do you think she exists? I've already given you the answer. Nope, she doesn't. She doesn't exist. She exists in the clouds, right? Pamul, in the AWS clouds, that's where Midjourney is hosted, and that is the result. Okay? Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit more. What can you do further with this? So you can take this, and here is the original image. Here's what you can do. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can actually do subtle variations. You can see that one, she'll have a cup in front of her, another, she'll have a mug in front of her, and there she's looking into the distance, sideways, etc. And more powerful variations, which are strong variations, looking to the left, looking to the right, and different kind of things. So these are the powerful things, and this is all, nobody has taken a photograph. That girl doesn't exist. Right? So that is the power of using Midjourney. And why we are saying this is that today, you know, in earlier days, TVC, we used to run a TVC, and then most people, what they would do when you have a second device, they would watch the second device, and that's what, right? So you run TVCs, digital, and that's why Uniqlo runs such short campaigns, because it doesn't make sense to run very long campaigns, because the life cycle and the creative fatigue sets in. Okay? So that's why we are. Now I will share it. I will again pass it on to Karissa to show you something even more cool.
So what else can you do with these images? We should just go next. There you go. Can we play it?
Blus ini beneran boost kepercayaan diriku. Warna birunya fresh, cocok buat yang berjiwa muda. Blus yang pas buat karakterku. Adem dan nyaman buat ke kantor atau meeting di kafe. Blus ini beneran boost kepercayaan diriku. Warna birunya fresh, cocok buat yang berjiwa muda. Blus yang pas buat karakterku. Adem dan nyaman buat ke kantor atau meeting di kafe.
So that's just another fun addition to this feature, that you can have text to speech and the image will speak for you. So that's really cool. So that's why we were going to introduce HeyGen. So utilizing HeyGen to add your script, and you can choose the audio, of course, and the language, and it will generate a video for you. Yeah, so that's really cool.
Yes. So, well, we come to the end of the presentation. We just would like to leave you with one thought, right? Would you say no to creating viral ads and increasing your sales? That's what I want to leave with you. Thank you very much for being a patient audience.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, Vivek and also Karissa. I will now open the Q&A session. Maybe we can take 2 questions. Okay, I see hands raised up. Please stand up and introduce yourself a bit.
Hello, my name is Matthias. Great presentation, by the way. I just want to ask, how do you implement Midjourney in campaign or an advertising?
Okay. Well, if you ask me, have we as yet used it for Uniqlo? Not yet. You will see that in the subsequent campaigns, which is going to come out in the next month. Okay. So Midjourney is quite new actually in the and what we are doing is we're taking existing assets and creating variations using the existing assets. You can do image to image. You can do prompt which is nothing to image, but you can also do image to image. So that's basically what we will do. One of the things that I would recommend is that this is something we've learned recently. So let's say you have 10 ads, yeah? You have 10 ads and you found that 2 ads are really good, right? But what happens in digital is after some time there's creative fatigue and it dies, right? So you should take those 2 ads, mid-journey it, right? And make a subtle, stronger variation, but you know that that works, right? Rerun it again. So if you got 100, let's say you got 100 purchases from the other one, this you can squeeze out another 30 using the same assets. So that's how we plan to use it. Have we shown a real? Not yet, yeah. But that's basically what we want to do. Thanks for the question.
Okay, thank you so much, Matthias, for the question. As we don't have much time, so we have to conclude the Q&A session with only one question. So I would like to invite Matthias to go up on the stage to receive our special gift from MS Grow.